having done in Xanadu, I wanted to do something that was really Western.
Queenie was a blonde, and her age stood still.
And for me, the most Western thing was film noir.
She danced twice a day in vaudeville.
And I discovered a poem that had been written in the 20s, the poem that inspired William Burroughs to become a writer.
Throttle or brain this woman with a nearby bottle.
And it had this sort of stark black and white, and it's kind of a Frankie and Johnny story, and this kept drawing me back because it had this poetic element which I thought would fit with the shadows.
His nerves jangled. He saw red.
In Wild Party, we used the puppets to be close-up, so we made giant heads that we used when we wanted to do a cinematic close-up.
Cut out that noise!
Our job as creators of this new form, this film noir jazz shadow theater, is to try to balance these often conflicting senses of time that are going on.
She had it now, and she knew it.
And every time we do the show, we adjust it differently and play with that as kind of our experiment and our way of getting closer to the material.
My God, Queenie, you're looking swell. Quoth Queenie.
I'm feeling slick as hell.
Sita Karya was a kind of a first-time collaboration. And what we did with that show was we tried to blend two kinds of Balinese theater that had never kind of been worked together before. One was having masked theater and performers in front of the screen with shadow effects and shadow performers behind the screen. The Dalan we were working with suggested this story. It's a story about a forgotten relative who arrives at a ceremony and is turned away by the king and takes revenge by casting a spell on the ceremony and causing it all to go to pieces. The king and the priest and so on, through prayer, discover that it's this forgotten relative, and they make amends, and everything is nice again. But it's also a story about including everybody in the ceremony.
Look, I'm so happy because the ceremony is beginning.
That there's a place for everybody and that nobody should be left out.
Everyone has participated in the ceremony.
The key is really, what does one culture have to learn from any other? At a certain point, I decided I did not want to be an expatriate. I wanted to live here, but I wanted to bring a sensitivity towards the rest of the world here and kind of open that out and let other people enjoy our differences and wonderful tastes that happen when you open yourself to everything that's out there.